Peak District basks in winter sun. Cloud inversions sit in the valleys. Today I'm going to show you that metal detecting is not just about finding treasure. The treasure is all around us, and sometimes we can take it for granted. Today I will be embracing the great British countryside, along with the wintry elements on offer.
Hello, greetings and welcome to another metal detecting expedition, and today is a real expedition. We've got mist, we've got sun, we've got ice, we've got frost, blue sky, sun, we've got everything. And I decided today I was going to go metal detecting, try and find a new permission, but I saw the conditions of this place and I just demanded to come here again. Today I've got the counter and I'm going to count every signal that I dig and show you every signal that I get. Very quiet land, I'm not expecting any more than 20 or 30, but let's go. Let's see what we can find today with XP Days 2 and the clicker. As you can see, it's not taking me long to locate a target. It's not the best in the world, it's coming in around 80s. Look, I think it's going to be lead, but it's certainly worth looking at. And there it is, it's a piece of scrap lead as expected. And by the way, the temperature is -2 degrees today, but that was my first target. One, there is no wind today, conditions are perfect, the ground is soft as well. Look at the mist just seeping from the ground and being sucked away by the sun. It'll have all gone within half an hour probably, but it is beautiful. I've got another signal down here, but I think this is going to be iron, because it's just grunting. It's just not right, but let's investigate this because you never know. I'm almost certain that it's a coin, but I'm wondering if there's iron in there as well somewhere. Or it's just a rusty coin. Look at that 90, can you see it? Flipping well is a coin, you know. It looks to be in pretty good condition as well. Wow, is that George III? Can you see him facing to the right? I'm going to give this a little clean up and we'll have a closer look at this, but what a great start. Can you see him? I think that's King George III, you know. There's a slim chance it might be William III. I'm not really sure. Odd shape. I think it's William III, you know, but it seems to be missing a piece on the left side. Can't see a great deal on the other side. It's a nice thick old coin, and that's 200-300 years old, and that is brilliant. And that was number 2. There's definitely iron in the ground, or minerals, where I've had that coin. Can you hear it chirping away and grunting? That's why the signal wasn't clean. Next target we're going to be looking at, mid-tone. Look, solid 70. Don't know what that could be. Well, I've opened it up and that fell out. And there's some sort of imprint there, and it is round, so we're either onto a small coin or a button. I'm going to go with button. I think it is just here, look. Ooh. See a shank on there? Yeah, I think it's a button, but it's something I've never found before. And that's 3 signals and 3 finds. Well, 1 bit of lead. But let's carry on and see what else we can find. And that was number 3. I've only been going for 15 minutes and this is signal number 4 already. Mid-tone, 67. It could be thin silver, you know, if I'm very lucky. Well, it was just this little shard of lead. That is signal 4 and that is real metal detecting. Well, we've only been at it for 15 minutes or so. The time is 9:43. I've already found a coin, I've already found a button, a couple of bits of scrap. It's not going too bad. Getting to the top of the hill now, so we're going to see if we can find some more signals, see if we can find some more coins. Look at these guys. They're interested. They want to know what's going on. Been here a few times before, detecting around this big hump. This is not a Roman tumulus, by the way. This is just a pile of earth mined out of the ground. And I've got a lovely little crisp 88 here, look. I think that's going to be a coin, you know. Let's have a look. There is a high probability that it could be a modern 1p. It could also be a blob of molten aluminium, but it could be a little silver coin too, you just never know. Still in there. We need to get the spade in there, don't we? Whatever it is, should be out. Oh, look at that, we've got a big old Georgian coin. Some beautiful imprint as well. Let's get down there and have a closer look. That's what you call a classic piece of imprint. Brilliant. Obviously the coin's going to be worn smooth and not in good condition. But that is an old Georgian coin. Could even be a token. Well, we'll give it a little clean up. And in my opinion, that is a token. That's a Georgian token. There's a man riding a horse on there. I don't know if you guys can quite see. And on the other side, we've got a sort of castle, a little small castle at the top. Can you see it? Like a little tower. That is some sort of token. It's an interesting one, and one I don't think I've ever found before. And that is target number 5. Been at it half an hour now, 35 minutes. I've actually got 2 signals I'm going to be looking at here. I've got one here, look. It's giving me good numbers. Little squeaky one. Quite excited by that. Very fond. And then I've got this one here, which isn't great, but it's worth looking at. Because on a day like today, you just don't know, anything is possible. This is the better of the 2 signals, a little squeaky one. I bet my bottom lip there's a button in here. Oh. This has to be it. Oh man, it's just a little chunk of lead, I think, a bit of scrap. I think so. I'll have a closer look. If it's anything different, I'll let you know. But, well, it was something different. It's actually bronze, a little bit green. I have no idea what it is. Almost has a screwdriver head thing to it. I don't know. Answers on a postcard. Unknown bronze thing, number 6. Well, the second target is in this. Can I see something in there? Something maybe round? I can. Tiny little button. Who would have thought it? I think it's a button. I don't know. Never seen anything like that. I mean, from that side it looks like a button all day long, but flip it over and it looks like some sort of stud or even a pot mend. I don't know. Anyone might know what that is. Is it a button or is it a stud of some sort? But what I can tell you is that was signal number 7. Next signal, little faint 60s and 70s. Doesn't fill me with joy, but you know, that could be a tiny little bit of silver. Could be my first ever cut half or cut quarter. Well, that doesn't happen very often. I had to give in on that one. Number 8, I've given up. I could not find it. I dug out a good foot down, a whole ton of earth, and I just could not find it. Couldn't find it. Do you know what? I almost don't want this frost to go. The frost makes the ground feel dry and pleasant. As soon as it defrosts, the ground's sodden muddy again. But it's going to disappear any minute now. Ah! Next target I'm going to be looking at 59, 60, 62. Third of a guinea came up as a 62 last year, almost to the day. Whatever it is, it's right here. Oh man, should have known. It's just a flake of scrap lead for the scrap man. But we don't mind, it's something else dug, and that's another target. I reckon that's about 9 now, is it? 9. This one's going to take us to double figures. It's a bit quacky, but I think that's something, you know. Possibly lead. There's a lot of lead up here. Well, let's have a look. Surprise, surprise. It's another piece of lead. And that's number 10. Double figures. I've been up on these fields maybe 10 or 12 times before. I've only ever had 2 silver finds. It's not prolific land, but I love coming here because it makes me feel good. And the scenery is just absolutely stunning. And this is my next target I'm going to be looking at. Look, 73 on the big numbers. Your guess is as good as mine. It feels pretty crisp, pretty thick maybe. Let's have a look. Yet more lead. Not even allowed to say this anymore, but legs 11. Number 11, and it's more junk, more lead. But we don't mind, this is real metal detecting. Probably something that I wouldn't normally dig, but we're going to dig it today. It's very big, 79. Look, I'm painting a picture of it, look. That is something big. Well, it was an absolutely enormous dollop of lead for the scrap man. A good 200 grams there. We don't mind that. And that right there is number 12. Okay, so I've drifted away from civilization, away from the paths, away from the roads, right out in the middle of nowhere here. I'm running out of time. I've probably got about an hour left, but yeah, I've come up to this place. I know I'm not going to find much, but it makes great B-roll. This is the next signal that I am going to be investigating. It tickles my fancy because it's deep. You know, it could be something tiny on the surface. One of them difficult ones. Let's get in there and have a look. What are we saying? It's looking like deep lead again, isn't it? Another piece of lead. I must have had 6 bits of lead now today. But this place is Lead Mine City, so there's tons of it. Unlucky for some, 13. Working my way back to the car. I've got another fish on here, look. It's going to be lead again, 73, but we're digging it. I'll tell you what, this is looking potentially really nice. It's not gold, it's not silver, it's not even a coin. I think it's a buckle and it just looks lovely. It looks like it's got a lovely old green smooth patina on it. It has to be a buckle of some descript. Oh wow, this looks to be very, very nice. I'm struggling to get this clean. I am going to come back to you because this looks like a very nice find. I'm still struggling to clean it. It's kind of like iron and crust, and it just needs a good clean at home, so you'll have to wait to see this cleaned up, but it looks potentially nice. Perhaps medieval, I'm not really sure. Rubbish at buckles, as you know, but yeah, let's get it home and get it cleaned. And that, I believe, is number 14. I feel like I might have missed one or two though, I'm not really sure. Not 3 steps away from where I've just had that buckle, and I've got this. It's a bit too good, but it's definitely something potentially round and thick. Whatever it is out. It's in this little ball, looks potentially like a coin ball. Let's get in there and have a look. Well, as you can see, there is something round in there. With those numbers, going to be Queen Victoria or Edward VII. Big penny. Look at that imprint. Ooh, it's a bit battered, isn't it? Let's have a closer look at this. Good bit of imprint there, look. Well, it's Queen Victoria. You can just see her nose facing to the left. It's a pre-decimal penny, and that is pretty cool. Shame about the condition, but it's my first pre-decimal coin find of the day. The other side is just complete and utter toast. Numero 15. Definitely found a little hot spot here. 3rd signal in succession in as many minutes, right next to each other. This one's 67. Half sovereign maybe if I'm lucky. Let's go. Well, whatever it is out. It ain't no half sovereign and it ain't no gold. I don't know what it is. It's gonna be a giant pewter button. Ha! Yep, nothing exciting, but it's another signal, it's another target, it's another find. And that is number 16. Nice little squeaker here, heading back to the car. These are the ones that are always the best finds. Let's have a look. Maybe I might finish on a little silver. Still only on 3 for the year, and it's currently the end of February. 3 silvers, a long way behind my good friend Marcus, Mr. Notch to 11, who's on almost a dozen. Still in there. It's out. Let's see what it sounds like now with the machine. Does not sound great. Definitely not going to be silver. No way. It's lead. And look, it's a spindle whorl, possibly a decorated one. It's been a few months since I've had one of these. Why do I find so many spindle whorls? It is incredible. Derbyshire is the lead capital of the entire world. And these things are scattered everywhere in Derbyshire. And there we have it, classic Derbyshire lead spindle whorl. It's not quite described as a decorated one, but it's certainly not a plain one. It's kind of got an inner ring and an outer ring. Yeah, it's pretty cool, you know, gotta be happy with that. Derbyshire spindle whorl, probably medieval, 500-600 years old. Number 17, spindle whorl. We've got another signal here, pretty sizable, shallow, close to the surface. Not quite a spindle whorl this time, another piece of lead though. 18 done, 18 holes dug, 18 targets. Yeah, another one here, look, bang on 80. That could possibly be a coin. Well, it was this chunk of bronze, very heavy. It's like a shard of bronze, possibly from a plate, probably medieval. That's pretty cool and pretty interesting. Probably not the most spectacular find in the world, but I like it. And that is number 19. This place is normally so quiet, but I cannot stop getting signals at the minute. Got 84 there with a bit of iron in there as well. We've got yet another coin. This time it's probably going to be a ship halfpenny. Or is it going to be a crusty Georgian? It's a crusty Georgian. Oh my gosh, I think that's George II under that mud somewhere. Oh, it's so hard and crusty. We're going to have to wait till we get home to clean that, but that looks like it's got a lovely portrait under there. And just like that, I'm calling it a day. And look, this video today, this episode is not about metal detecting. This episode is about the great British countryside. And it's about getting out there while you can, while you're young, while you're fit. The world is a dark place right now. The world is a ticking time bomb. Get out into the great British countryside. Get some fresh air in your life and fill your boots. It makes you feel alive. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I really would appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. Come back to my channel again, check out some of the videos. I've got about 300 videos now. If you want to support the channel, head to the description, click the links, look at the products, buy the products, and if not, I'll see you on my next episode, whenever and wherever that might be.
As always on my channel, what you see is what you get. This is real metal detecting. I was super happy with the finds that I made. I found some superb Georgian era copper coins and tokens from the 1700s. I love this George II halfpenny, which was under a layer of thick crust. This was the unknown token. You can see the castle at the top. Any ideas what this could be? And there's your man riding his horse, which is much clearer after a clean. This bronze shard is a nothing find, but I love it. Okay, so the buckle wasn't so spectacular after all, but still a really interesting find, and several hundred years old at least. The piece de resistance was of course this beautiful lead spindle whorl, probable medieval period. I will never get bored of finding these ancient pieces of history. I want to thank you for joining me today. It genuinely means the world to me that people from all over the world are tuning in to watch my tiny channel here in Derbyshire, England. One last thing, I want to congratulate Steve Osborne on finding his first ever gold coin. Also, happy soon to be birthday. Have a beer for me, son.
This is suicide.